Cooperatives, how the devil are you doing? Cool King checking in again. This is an episode, the pilot episode nonetheless, of What's the Pint? What's the Pint is going to be, hopefully, a series where we discuss beer, because I'm going to taste it. They're not always going to be talking head type things like this. We'll be live with other people, live on YouTube, podcast, on location at a brewery that's planned soon, maybe. This episode anyway, we're going to have a beer, taste it, see what it's like, and hopefully get a little bit of feedback from yourselves. So without further ado, let's see what beer we're on today. So I've got a can in front of me, and we'll reveal what it's going to be shortly. This is going to work in that we're going to score the beer in 3 separate areas. We're going to give it a mark out of 5 for each of these 3 areas, so there's a possible 15 points if you like. The first one is sort of the design and the artwork on the can itself. It is a can. Damn, I've told you a little bit about it first. The second one is going to be on the deliciousness, and this would be the taste, the mouthfeel. Does it say what it says it does on the tin? So if it says it's sour, is it sour? If it's bitter, is it bitter? If it's going to be something very sweet, is it sweet? You get the picture. The last one is drinkability. So this is, if it's going to be a 15% beer, does it taste like it's a 15% beer and you could only probably drink one or a short measure of it? If it's too tart, you know, could you only manage to drink one, or could you have it as a session beer? That type of thing. That's where we're getting at with that one. So anyway, today we've got a tin from Wander Beyond. Wander Beyond, pretty much one of my favourite breweries. Does one of my favourite beers. That's why the Elysium that they do, which I think's 10%. This is the Scoop, which reading from the can is Imperial Black Mint Choc Chip Ice Cream IPA with 11% ABV. It's a 440ml can. The ingredients are water, barley, oats, wheat, lactose, Citra, Simcoe, Fuggles and Polaris hops, yeast, Peruvian cacao nibs, vanilla, peppermint tea leaves. The peppermint tea that's in this is from a place in Lancaster, Atkinson's tea merchant. So Wander Beyond are a Manchester brewery, and obviously Lancaster's not too far from Manchester, I suppose. It's nice to see that they're using local type things. The tea's not from Lancaster though, is it? But you know what I mean. On the can, going in straight into the marking system, on the can, the artwork that is always on the cans from Wander Beyond is always pretty good. So we've got a nice purple can with these sort of sea creatures, hops, underwater hops. A lot of the themes on the cans that I like, the only ones that I've noticed really, the ones that I've picked up, have all got sort of sea creatures on. So this is like a jellyfish type thing, bright green colours on there. So that's a nice can. It's a standard plain can. I do like the artwork, so I'd probably give it maybe a 3 to 4 out of 5 maybe. And I'm just stood shaking the can there. I picked up the can from a place called Cocktails, which is in Rochdale in Greater Manchester, and I shall show you for the video the price. Yes, £8.50. £8.50. Wander Beyond are always quite high, the prices, but I still purchase them. I have seen it for £7.99 online, and I have seen it for £9.50 online. So £8.50. I'm not too bothered about the pricing of it. I'm going to crack open the can. Great sound. Quick sniff of the top of the can there. I'm going to pour some in a glass, just a bit. So straight away, it's jet black with a nice sort of head on it there. Give it a bit of a swirl. You can see it's quite thick maybe. Yep, yeah, it's quite a thick one. Give it a sniff. It has got a bit of a peppermint smell, almost like an after eight, a chewed after eight. Giving it a just quick taste there, not a full one. Do it again. So it has got smoky, malty sort of taste to it. almost like not burnt caramel, but burnt caramel type. Very light, sweet burnt caramel. Malted burnt caramel. In a good way, though. I'm not saying that in a bad way. It is quite nice. A little bit of vanilla. Quite bitter, but not overly bitter. It hits the back of your throat, the bitterness, but then the sweetness sort of ripples over your tongue, I suppose you'd say. It feels nice in your mouth. It doesn't feel... another sip. Yeah, it feels quite nice. It's a medium, soft to medium feel in your mouth. It's not... It looks thick when you're swilling it, but it isn't actually that thick in your mouth. The more you drink it, the more I'm getting the minty flavour coming through as well, which is nice. It's only lightly carbonated. There's not a lot of carbonation in it. Medium maybe, which is a good thing, I suppose. It's not invasive of the taste or feel in your mouth. For deliciousness, I'm probably going to give it a... Do I go big or... Go in middle of the road. I'm wimping out. It's a nice beer. Could probably be better because it's not very ice creamy. I'm not getting much vanilla, which to me would be the ice cream, the lactose part of it. So I'm going to say 3.5 for the deliciousness. The drinkability, now it's 11%, and I've had Wonder Beyonds that are 11% before that you can drink 2, 3 of, and then all of a sudden they just creep up and knock you out. I think that's the same with every brewery that you get that's 11%, I suppose. But it's quite nice. It's not like I say, the carbonation. It's not gassy. Doesn't feel too thick or heavy. So I think the drinkability of it, so it's not making you, it's too tart or anything like that. I'm going to say about 4 for the drinkability. So 4 for the artwork, 3.5 for deliciousness, and 4 for the drinkability. So 8, 9, 10, 10.5 out of 15. That's not too bad, I don't think. So there we go. That is the Imperial Black Mint Ice Cream IPA from Wonder Beyond Brewery. Summing it up, it's a cross between, because now I'm sat here talking and not sort of drinking it, and it's been a couple of minutes, there is quite the citrusy, piney hops coming through, so it is a bit like an IPA aftertaste. Black IPAs are quite dark, and your normal IPA is quite fruity, aren't they? So I am getting more of that fruitiness in my aftertaste now. I'm not going to change the scores. I'm happy with what I've given it at, but it is a cross between a normal sort of ice cream IPA, I would say, milkshakey IPA, and a black IPA. So yeah, I would recommend it. We are on Untapped as well if you want to check us out there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. See you on the next version of What's the Pint?